Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It is Tuesday morning, 9:18, and it is 8 a.m. on the East Coast. I always like to say that. First and foremost, if you go to fetchyournews.com and click on Gilmer County, all of the arrangements, the announcements on how the Gilmer County schools will be handling the services for Gilmer Middle School Principal Larry Walker. You can find that on fetchyournews.com, Gilmer County. We have all the details of how the school's actually going to broadcast the service for the funeral. And as shocking as that is to our community, hashtag One Gilmer has taken off. So excited about that, and the unity of the community. Very much the community has come together. Sadly, this tragedy has happened, but I will say the result of the community coming together is a great positive, may I say that like that is coming out of this, is what's happening in our community here. So if you're not aware, we're in North Georgia. We broadcast live here from Ellijay, Georgia, which is located in Gilmer County. And we lost our beloved Gilmer Middle School Principal Larry Walker this past weekend to a tragic accident. Now, here at FetchYourNews.com, anything and everything we could ever do to be of any kind of help to the community, we like to do that. So yesterday, one of our FYN contributors, Dr. David Markwell, we did an interview with Dr. David Markwell, a licensed and board certified professional counselor. So we're going to be playing that at 9 o'clock, and he's going to talk about sudden shock, tragic loss with the children, the community, and he highlights how impressed he is on how this community has already come together through this. So anyhow, that's at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we're going to have an interview with Dr. David Markwell, licensed and board certified professional counselor, at 9 o'clock. Now, getting right into the mix of things. There's so much to work on here. The freak show will be Monday. The freak show will be Monday. Kavanaugh. The headlines, Kavanaugh and Ford square off. Now, they've waited 27 years for this moment, since 1991. They plan to get it right this time. Oh, yeah. They plan to get it right. Yesterday, as this story developed, which I don't understand. I'm still at a loss, and I hope you are too. I hope you are shocked and at a loss of when I say this story developed with Supreme Court Justice candidate Brett Kavanaugh being accused 35 years ago of jumping on top of a girl at a teenage high school party. So it's really a struggle sometimes into doing this story to say things as the story develops, as more comes out, as we find out things. But what we're led to believe are professional journalists are actually on TV, and it does not bother them at all as this story develops, as more comes out, as we learn more. What did you learn? What did you learn? Monday, we will see. Now, I'm going to tell you, from a funny side of this, and I'm not making fun of a woman's accusation of sexual assault, or light of it, but, I watched the unhinged crazies through what was supposed to be the normal questioning. I watched, the only thing, as he said, the only thing missing was the genitalia-shaped headgear. How many outbursts were they? 70, 80 outbursts? How will they handle Monday, the outburst Monday? Will they allow people to just jump up and scream at Brett Kavanaugh as Republicans are questioning or scream at Republicans as they are trying to question Christina Ford? How are they going to handle this Monday? How many Republicans Monday will apologize? Now put up number, and I wasn't going to start in this direction, but I just have to. And I know you're wondering, what will the outcome be? A friend of mine said to me, and I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. But a friend of mine said the other night, I'm looking to you to give me a glimmer of hope for November. Put up number 22. Now, this is the Senate Judicial Committee that will be sitting there. Will they get 2 rounds? Will they get the 40 and 20? Will Grassley set it up that everybody only gets 20 minutes each person, Kavanaugh? What will be the rules Monday? Will the rules be fair for the accuser? Why, if you notice to the left, on the Republican side, she's going to be questioned by 11 white men. And on the right, I don't know which one might be a transsexual, but I'm sorry. I'm going to have some jokes today, because this is crazy as hell, people. Hell. I mean, can you see Kamala Harris? Professor Ford, how did he jump on you? Was it a run and a leap? What could you describe that? Now, did he lunge at you? Now, were you in the hallway? What was he drinking when you say stumbling drunk? Because we know you were sober. Okay, so anyhow, you have these white guys. And then you have Dianne Feinstein, and you got Patrick Leahy, and you got Dick Durbin. And then you got Whitehouse from Rhode Island, and then you got, I forget her name, and Coons, and then you got Blumenthal, the Vietnam veteran that once was, and I forget the lady's name. And then there's Spartacus, and then there's Kamala Harris. But over there on the Republican side, there's 11 white guys. Will they all apologize? Miss Ford, we apologize that you even have to be here today. The Democrats we're sorry you have to go through this. We're sorry you've had to live through this. You know, there's Americans that have lived through all kinds of things. There's children that's living through tragedy today. And we have this professor that said, he jumped on me. It was 4 or 5 years before I could deal with it. It was years before I could have a normal relationship with a man. Children in this country losing their parents to opiate addiction, death. Children in this country losing their parents on a daily basis that are not taking care of them because of the crisis these kids and the drama, the dramatic situations our children are going through in this country. They'll have to deal with it for the rest of their lives. But only Democrats understand the true meaning of what it is to have tragedy in your life that upsets you so that you can't complete your college education. And while doing so, there's just something about the college party you couldn't go to because you were horrified by a boy that jumped on you in high school. So anyhow, I I like to find the upside for Republicans, but Republicans can't even find their own damn upside. Now, I'm going to be criticized for saying I would not waste the taxpayers' money. I'm going to be criticized from saying, well, are you saying that, you just have no respect to hear out the accuser? Look, let the FBI look at it. You do know there is a process that everybody seems to think that the Supreme Court justice is a lifetime approval, a lifetime appointment, and there's no way of removing a judge. But there actually is a way to remove a judge. It's difficult, but you can do it. It's not the lifetime appointment that everybody leads you to believe a judge could be removed. All right? Let's see. I understand, FBI's already really discounted it. Okay? So many legal scholars have come on all of the networks and said, well, law enforcement really wouldn't listen to it. It wouldn't have. But you, the American people, have elected these great people to find the truth. You ever stop and realize who we are asking to find the truth? I mean, why are we in America down to a point where, we are asking, go to number one. Number one. And then go to number three. We're relying on these gay little white guys to find the truth for us out here in America. Yes, without these gay little white guys. And then number two, and then on the panel will be allegedly, possibly, gay Spartacus. Spartacus, gay Spartacus. That's who will be on there. And then we have none other than Grandma Collins, number 12. And this is the pivotal point, people. Okay? This is the pivotal point. Kavanaugh's accusations, GOP senators conclude they must hear accuser. Okay? Now hold on. This is where, hold on. I want to put this up because this is, to me, where trying to find the upside for Republicans, I don't think I can on this. Put up number 20. Susan Collins, number 20. Susan Collins. If Supreme Court of the United States nominee Brett Kavanaugh lied, okay? If he lied, that would be disqualifying. I want to find the upside for Republicans. Republicans will trip all over themselves being kind and polite to Ms. Ford. They will. They think that if they are just kind and polite and let her tell her story, it will go away. That's my thought, okay? Any Republican that gets up there that actually cross-examines this lady too intense, the media will attack them, all right? That's just my thought. We'll see. We may have a Republican. Of all people, it may be Lindsey Graham. Trust me, Lindsey Graham, it was said on MSNBC that Lindsey Graham has lost his maverick status. What happened to Lindsey? Why is he such a Donald Trump supporter now? Why, when his dear friend McCain, John, just passed, and Lindsey could have picked up the torch? Let me stop. You need to stop and think about things out there. Now, this guy that was John McCain's lifelong pal, not lifelong, I'm just saying that. This is his pal, his friend. I mean, wherever John, whatever you see John, you would see his little guy, Lindsey, right with him. Lindsay has the opportunity to get up every day and say, I want to carry on the legacy of John McCain. I want to be the maverick. I want to be the guy that reaches across the aisle. You take some time today and listen to everything Lindsey Graham is saying. And you're like, whoa, what happened? Where'd Lindsey go? Just saying, since his friend's death, or even the time that his friend McCain has been sick, Lindsey kindly left that McCain trail and went this way. You pay attention, tell me why. But here's the thing, folks. Senator Susan Collins, if Supreme Court of the United States nominee Brett Kavanaugh lied, that would be disqualifying. So, at the end of the scales of justice, no pun intended, she will have the polygraph. Why, as they are questioning her, she will do the best to recollect the events of that night that so fearfully changed her life that she was unable to be a professor, unable to get married, unable to make all the money she makes, unable to hate Trump, unable to wear her genitalia headgear, unable to be a part of the Me Too movement. She has the event that changed her life. She will have the polygraph. Why, when you get done Monday and you have a decision to make and you go down through there and you have Brett Kavanaugh's word and you have Ford's word, but she will have the polygraph test. They've known this since August. It's all been set up. The media's in on it, and Fox News. Please, while all of you are in shock, you need to understand, you watch Fox News, they bring these stories up. Actually, I understand some of the media has to cover this, but they are covering it from the side that we need to know information. We need to know that Kavanaugh's mother presided over a foreclosure of this woman's family, mom and dad, hearing. There's so many things we need to know that we are finding out. But that will not discredit her to Susan Collins. That will not discredit her to little Bobby Corker. That will not discredit her to Jeff Flake. No. And Monday, between now and Monday, it's only Tuesday, folks. He will no longer just be the guy that assaulted a girl at a high school party. He is a rapist, a sexual predator, and I don't know, just throwing it out there, let's say someone else comes forward. Well, this leaves just enough time. It's Tuesday. We got from Tuesday to Monday. Now, we could have had a vote this week. Could have told them all to go to hell, but, the midterms. Well, how could that look? Because, damn, it's always those college, well-educated. They have upped the bar this morning on all the networks. It's college, well-educated women. Wonder how this is going to play out with those college, well-educated women in the Georgia 6th District down there where Karen Handel is. Interesting. So they will have the polygraph, friends. And that's just all there is to it. But what I want you to do is I want you to stop today and think of the people that are going to search out the truth for you and I. Okay? Put up number 18. All right? These people are searching out the truth for you and I. Our tax money in the Senate. Now, once this lady gets a microphone, there will never again be an accusation, okay? Guilt before innocence will preside over the land. in certain situations. These are the people looking for the truth. I want you to Google Joe and Minka. I want you to Google Minka Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough and just affair. Just put in their affair, okay? And look at a little bit of their background, all right? And again, we have the situation with Joe, supposedly, allegedly, his assistant down in Pensacola, was it Florida, a very healthy young lady that we're aware of, ran marathon, stood up one day, lack of oxygen to the brain, fell, bumped her head on the desk, and she was gone. Nothing to see here. The police showed up, said, oh, obviously she hurt herself, bumped her head on the desk. Joe abruptly resigned a couple months later. Look that up, allegedly. Look that up and read it. Then look up their affair and read it, okay? But they're searching for the truth for you and I. And then you got these guys, I don't want to go there again, all right? Searching for the truth. Go to number one more time before I go to break, because I'm going to come back and I've got a direction I'm going with this. I had here a minute. Number 22, Josh. Put up number 22. Okay. Remember, Collins says if Kavanaugh lied, it'll be a disqualifier. Okay? Senate Judicial Committee. So you got to remember, we're searching for the truth Monday. So we have the Democrats. We have Dianne Feinstein, Patrick Leahy, Dick Durbin, Klobuchar, is that her name? Klobuchar from Minnesota. We got the jackass White House from Rhode Island, Coons from Delaware. I don't know the one lady. Wow, is that sticking? Blumenthal up there in Connecticut, right? Corey Spartacus Booker from New Jersey, and Carmela Harris from California. Those are the people going to help us search for the truth. But they will have the polygraph. Why, at the end of the day, when they give their big speeches, well, you know, Kavanaugh seems to be a convincing witness. And Ford, the professor, seems to be a convincing witness. So if it comes down to it, she does have the polygraph. Then there's those Grassley from Iowa, Orrin Hatch from Utah, Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, John Thune from Texas, Mike Lee from Utah, Ted Cruz from Texas, Ben Jackass Sasso from Nebraska, Jeff Jackass Flakes from Arizona. Man, I don't know that guy. I know the guy in the middle, but there's my man Kennedy from Louisiana. They're going to search for the truth. Okay, I know it. You're out there saying, if he says the damn truth one more time. Look, folks, let me just say this. Go take a break. But they have waited 21 years to get this right. 27 years for this moment. Well, it didn't happen the first time. Okay? Didn't happen the first time. It's interesting, 27 years ago in 1991, there was a young lady by the name of Anita Hill, a professor. Interesting. 27 years later, another professor. The parallel will be Monday. Off with his head, destroy him. If nothing else fails, we will destroy you. Do you realize we have a government that destroys American citizens? They have destroyed Paul Manafort, guilty or not. They've destroyed Michael Flynn. They work on destroying Carter Page, George Papadopoulos. They have worked on destroying people's lives, their entire lives. They're going to destroy Brett Kavanaugh's life. Well, damn those college well-educated women. All right. What about the outburst Susan Collins, if he lies, is a disqualifier. But they have the polygraph. It's about the election, not the confirmation, folks. They've known in August. And whatever happened to that guy, Keith Ellison, that dragged his girlfriend out of the bed, beat the hell out of her, made her take out the trash and everything? Whatever happened to that? Where we actually have video. 35 years ago in a far, far land, Brett Kavanaugh allegedly jumped on this girl at a high school party. Let's take a break and let's come back and start looking at some of the breakdown of what may happen Monday. And also, President Donald Trump is releasing, he is going to declassify some information that has the left's head spinning off. They're very nervous about what you're about to see, the American people. Take a break.